Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Well, we've gone international. We've gone abroad with the Living Countryside, and myself and the family, we've gone on a week's holiday to Scotland. And we've avoided for now, Glencoe, Loch Ness, Isle of Skye, and we're over more towards the Cairngorms National Park. And we only arrived yesterday very late, a long day's driving. And we checked into our Airbnb, and the host there, Willie, what a fantastic man, instantly started giving me tips on areas to photograph, wildlife around the area. And we were only in our B&B, and a pheasant appeared at the door, 2 deer outside the back wall, badgers come in at night time, and it's just wildlife central. So I think what I'll do this week is I'll do 2 videos. One will be a wildlife-based video and the other will be a landscape video. So this will be part 1, the wildlife video. And Willie tipped me off to a location where the osprey have just returned to their nest. And they keep it pretty quiet around these areas. So it's just in the general Kingoosey area in Scotland. And I'm here at the moment. And the osprey female, I'm reliably told, is now sitting on the nest, and I can see her across the lake here, building and just preparing the nest for the nesting season. So, without further ado, let's start this week in Scotland and this wildlife video, and come along and join me for the ride. So let's get at it. A slightly morbid place to start, but I'm actually standing in a graveyard, as you can probably see by the surroundings. What a great start. But you can kind of see there on the viewfinder on the screen, the osprey female sitting on the nest, and every now and again she moves a few sticks, and I'm here, got my camera set up on my tripod. I've done some video, we'll show that video also, but the osprey is way in the distance, about here. That's the nest location. We're shooting it from this graveyard here. I'm at full extension on the 150 to 600. We'll take some shots here. We'll enjoy this osprey for a few minutes with the family. It'd be great if she flew off, but she may or may not. We'll get a few shots. We've got some video. And if any of these shots worked out of our osprey, our first wildlife species of the week here in Scotland, well, here they are. Wow, that was amazing, and of course I missed some of it. Take your eye off wildlife for 1 second and they will make an absolute twat of you. I had just turned around to my bag, and next thing I hear a lot of vocalizations, and it was the male who was coming in with what I think is a salmon. I think I've got some few shots in haste, and I've got some video of the male feeding. But wow, amazing. You could just stand here all day. But again, I've been here for the guts of an hour now, so I better get back to the family before they disown me. But yeah, so here's some of those shots of the male with the fish in his talons. I'm not sure how decent they are. It was all done very quickly through a gap in the trees. A great feeling to be out here in Scotland. Here are those shots. So a trip to Scotland wouldn't be complete without a few photos of some Highland cows. And I think we got a pair out here, if you can see them. Lara is here already in full swing getting some shots. Hopefully she's got some decent ones, because I'm going to have to use hers while I do the video. But we were warned when we got here that we had to bring back some shots of some Highland cows for Nanny, my mother, of course. So we get a few shots here, and these are for Nanny back home. Yeah, we just need to maybe come a little bit closer, and we just need to be a little bit patient and wait to get the right shot. The light is good. There's even some geese in the foreground here that just kind of add a little bit extra to the shots. And then in the far distance here, you can see the Highlands of Scotland with the snow-capped peaks still towards the end of April. So we just keep snapping away here, and if we got any decent shots of these Highland cows, well, here they are. We've taken ourselves out on a hike, and I've just left the family down behind me there. They're just sitting down, just having a break, to be honest. And I've come on up the hill here, and we're out here looking for the reindeer of the Cairngorms that were introduced here back in the 50s, I think. And we kind of got, again, some local knowledge of an area to come to kind of see them. There are tours that you can pay to come and feed them, but since COVID, a lot of that has kind of backed off a little bit to give the reindeer their space. But I'm following a track here. If I flip you around, this is a fence that kind of keeps the reindeer in an enclosure. From here all the way back down to that lake you can see in the distance. A crazy amount of area to roam freely, and I was hoping that we could come up here, and we were told by some locals, if you go up here you're guaranteed to see reindeer, but as of yet not a single sighting. So if I continued on, and man, the scenery is just spectacular. But today I'm in wildlife mode, and but I got up to the kind of crest of this hill, and the wind is buffeting now at this stage when I come to the crest. But when I get to the top, if I flip you around, we have this gate, and this gate is wide open. So the reindeer have access to all of this. And I can't see a reindeer anywhere. And the chances of me seeing them is highly unlikely. Look at the stunning scenery. Over here is the ski station, and we look all the way back around the Cairngorms National Park. What a place. So unfortunately, as is the case with wildlife photography, nothing is guaranteed. But what is guaranteed is this stunning location that I've found myself in. No pictures of reindeer, but immense satisfaction of just being here and enjoying this strong wind in my face on such a beautiful spring day. So I'll take that. Time to get back down, find the family, and get out of here. I'm out here doing some landscape photography, and everywhere around me, wildlife just appears. What, 10 meters away? I think I've got what I think they're called grey lag geese, just there, sitting there, grazing away. There's a few more out across these wetlands. There's swans. There's geese taking off. Let me see, can I shoot them? Wow, I had a few geese coming straight at me, and I dropped this camera on the ground thinking I've got a bird in flight. It's been a while, so and the camera still works. Everyone gives out about these Osmos. This thing has been through the wars and it still works. But I've got some images here of these grey lag geese, and I think even some in flight. Here are the pictures. Enjoy them. bright early morning here on day, what are we now? Day 5 of our holiday. Yeah, you start to lose track of the days when you're on holiday, but we're in this lovely location and we're staying in this beautiful old stone schoolhouse. But our host was telling us that we get a lot of visitors here at night time, and we have this little box just outside the windowsill, and we put some nuts in it, and we set up a trail cam on the back of a chair to hopefully attract some wildlife at night time. And we have another one in another location. Yeah, forgive me if I'm whispering, but it's early morning and there's other houses and you just feel that everyone can hear you at this time of the morning. Yeah, so we set up the trail cam, and to be honest, wasn't expecting to get much, but wow, wait till you see the footage. Not an awful lot, but very distinct. The species of animals we captured, and animals that you would not think come up to your doorstep in the middle of the night time. A wonderful feeling for me as a wildlife enthusiast. So have a look and see, have a look at the animals we captured here last night at our Airbnb. So I'm out bright and early this morning, and the area we're staying in overlooks a nature reserve along the River Spey, and there's this massive wetlands, and I've never seen such a variety of wildlife, particularly birds and waders, in one spot. Every time I drive by, I go, oh, there's a lapwing, or there's whatever it may be. I've even heard curlew. You know, I've never seen a curlew. They're so rare in Ireland. So I'm going to take a little walk down one of the trails here, see what we can get this morning. Let's go. So just looking out across the wetlands, I came down some steps and I stumbled across what I think is a hide, an RSPB Gordon Hall hide. And I've been told that there's loads of hides along here, all along these wetlands that stretches for kilometres off in that direction. And the amount of wildlife, again, I'm seeing here is unbelievable. And it's only when I do wildlife and I do nature photography that I realise that, you know, I really love wildlife photography. It just really stimulates me. But I'm just gonna go in here. All these hides are free, like, it's amazing. So I should have brought binoculars, of course, but let's go in here. It's very early, so I don't think anyone will be here. The Gordon Hall hide, renovated in 2025 by volunteers. Oh wow. Yeah, small, simple, but clean and perfectly located, overlooking all the wetlands below. I see so many different types of geese. I see swans. I hear curlew. Wow, it would be great to get a shot of a curlew. But I'm just going to set myself up here for 10 minutes because I actually don't have long, because we're going out as a family on our last day. But let's see what we can get from this location. And fingers crossed, God, I'd love to shoot a curlew. Yeah, so all types, all species of waders out and about on the wetlands. Again, binoculars would be important, but I haven't got any, so that's just the way it is. I'll have to rely on my big beady eyes. Oh, I thought it was a heron. It's just a fence post. Not to worry. There's a pair of curlews. Oh, They've just flown across me. Oh, they've landed in some kind of the edges of the marshland, where it turns to grassland. Oh, they're a long way away, and I'm shooting through a fence. I've never seen a curlew. So rare in Ireland, and very rare in Scotland, except in these wetlands. I'm at the full length of this 600 mil, and I know it gets a little bit soft out around there, out around that focal length, but you know, I just have to try and get a few shots. I'm going to focus on these curlews. If they come any closer to me, hopefully, you know, I get them in flight. But if not, here's these 1 or 2 distant shots. That's what I love about wildlife photography. Something new, something we would rarely see to get the photograph, even at this distance. Bingo. So I've just come a little further around the same nature reserve, and there's one bird I really want to get, and it's the northern lapwing. Again, never seen one before, but I've seen a few pairs along this little edge of the marshland, but extremely difficult to flight. But their sound, their song is so distinctive. I love it. Probably my favorite bird song. They're black and white. They're so fast and agile. They're so difficult to photograph. I see a few pairs out there. I'm just going to really have to concentrate on it, focus on it, get the AI bird recognition really tuned in on this 150 to 600 lens and see what I can get. So yeah, fingers crossed I get the lapwing, and that would have been a great morning with the curlew before. So I'm going to give it a little time here, and if I got any images of the lapwing, plus any other animals I saw on my little walk around these wetlands here this morning, well, here they are. So it's time to wrap up this first video from Scotland, this wildlife video. Wow, what a few days I've had. I photographed osprey, I photographed curlew. The images from the trail cam of the badger and the pine marten, wow, unbelievably exciting for me. But the big takeaway for me from Scotland is the freedom you have to roam here in Scotland, to go out and enjoy nature and not worry about trespassing for the most part, and just obey the rules and go and enjoy the land, go and enjoy nature, go and enjoy the outdoor life. I'm so envious of that, being from Ireland, where, you know, you can't open a gate without fear of trespassing. So I'll sign off by asking anyone who's out there who may have just stumbled across this channel to please join the community and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I have another video coming from Scotland next week, a landscape video. So why don't you subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you're informed of that video. I'd really appreciate it if you give a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. And if you feel like making a comment, please do, good, bad or indifferent. I don't mind. It's all part of the experience. So I'm going to leave you now from the beautiful surrounds of the old schoolhouse here, where we've been staying for a week with the family. And I'll leave you with a set of images shot from this garden of local birds, waders, pheasant, whatever else I found. I can't remember, there's been so much. So all that's left for me to do is say slán leat, goodbye, enjoy these few photos, and see you in the next video. Bye for now.